Final little thing here, okay, before we end up going to work. I am doing pistol runs, pistol runs with P.A.C.A armor and all this and an emergency grenade, right? I don't know if there's any way for me to recover the recordings, but this is the stuff that I'm talking about where when you play this game and you find all these people that, talk like they know everything about the game and you're like, "Oh, once you get good, you'll start wearing the level 6 body armor and meta weapons and all that." But that's not no. Once you get good, you kill the guys who have those while using shitty weapons, okay? So, I was doing a route looking for flash drives and computers and stuff. And I decided, oh man, I might as well just. I thought there was only one other person on the map, and I heard him shooting. So I was like, okay, I'll go and check power station real quick. So I run over to power station, get a loot box, go around the outside. Didn't see any scavs or anything. Ran into the back of the power station, looted all that, nothing happened. Went into the power station room and I was searching a jacket or something. Somebody shot at me. I just kind of flicked back, shot back. I think I whiffed. I don't know. And then the guy threw a grenade into power station, and it didn't kill me. Now I was next to the jackets by that door, and he was outside of the power station at the other back door, right? And I have like a Vogue grenade, like one of those crappy ones. So I try and chuck it through the gap in the iron doors. And I don't know if this hit him at all or not, but I try to chuck it through the gap in the iron doors to where he was, and those things have a very short fuse, so I booked around the corner when it was going off, and it probably would have killed me if I stayed, and I don't know if it did any damage to him, but when that went off, he threw a grenade right after. So there's two grenades that went off in that area. I went out of the building towards the semi truck. So if this was the building and this was the back door he was at, I was right here looting the jackets. He shoots across to try and hit me. He hits me a few times. I'm bleeding. And then he chucks a grenade right here. It blows up on this side, and then I try to chuck a nade through the hole in the door to like bounce it over here somehow. It gets stuck and like blows up in this area. When that happens, I take off and start going this way. He throws another grenade. So two grenades go off here. I go out this back door and try and loop around the building to see if I can see him outside, pop a shot. When I get around the building, he is no longer there, and there's a car right here. So I loop around the car and I go prone, and I'm coughing and bleeding out. And I wasn't sure if I wanted to try and med or not because I was bleeding, but it wasn't like a serious bleed, it was a light bleed. And I had two magazines for my pistol, 7 rounds apiece, with the 45 Colt. Okay, this guy, I guess, pushed forward here. He went through to where the bathroom is in the back of power station. I guess he thought I was hiding in the bathroom, and he grenaded the bathroom twice while I was on the other side. And then after that, I guess he cleared it, came back out. He was still hearing me coughing and stuff because my stomach was blacked out, so he thought he knew where I was. And he popped out this back door and looked in the direction I was, which there's a car there. And right when he did that, I prone leaned out from underneath the car and just rapid fired 7 shots up his body, and he died. Now, look at this. So, I only killed him because I got a headshot. Okay? But my shots started at his kneecap. I had 7 rounds shooting up his leg to his head. Okay? I emptied the whole magazine in him. So probably one in his knee, one in his thigh, lower chest, upper chest, neck, head, whatever. This could just be pure luck. Now we look at some stats here real quick. So I held 166 damage, looted one body. I used 15 rounds of ammo. I hit 3. Okay, fatal hits 1. Now, I didn't shoot any other rounds, I don't think, during this. So basically, this right here, there was one in the chamber plus 2 magazines of 7 rounds. When he first shot me, I flicked and shot in the direction I thought the bullets were coming from. I dumped my whole magazine into it, and that forced him to back out and then throw a nade. Okay, that's the first magazine, 7 rounds. Probably that's at 8 round right there because then I loaded the fresh magazine so it would have 7 rounds in. So then when I was prone on the ground, when he came out, I fired 7 more rounds, and I'm guessing of those 7 rounds, 3 hit and 1 happened to be a headshot. Now my stomach, I repaired it, but it was still damaged. Basically though, I think my legs were all damaged. My stomach was blackened. My arm was blackened. I healed everything else though. And now we look at what's going on here. So, this guy, I don't know if he found this on a player or a scav or whatnot, but he apparently looted either the garage or Kiba or something. But you can see he had an M4 with, this is like one of the most expensive grips for it, with the butt pad on it. So a decked out M4 with 30 round magazines using 5.6A1, which isn't the best ammo, but it's a decent ammo. The gun's fine. He had a 6A body armor, which this probably hindered him a lot more than me because it's gonna reduce his movement speed a whole lot, which allows me to kind of run off and reposition. And then his real reason he died is right here because it's not the helmet, but it's because he has no face protection. So I ended up getting a lucky shot and popping him in the head and killing him here. But you can see this rig, like the pillbox, the alpha, all this. This right here, a lot of money. Okay. These night vision goggles, a lot of money. This gun, a lot of money. I mean, this could easily be $1 million if you're running it, right? And you died to a pistoling. You wasted 4 or 5 grenades to try and kill me. You shot me with your gun. It looks like, I don't know if it's probably the magazine he had in there. So he got 3 rounds off. He challenged a pistoling. He got 3 rounds off, used 4 or 5 grenades, and then got popped in the face with a pistol. So from this $1 million kid or whatever he had, right? This pistol, let me find it real quick. This pistol's $139. So 17K just took down somebody who had $1 million K because they were wearing gear like this and they lost. All right, this is what I'm saying. Like, if you go into a raid and you're using really expensive equipment, you have a lot more to lose if you die. So you have to do safer routes with the heavier gear. Like, go and pick up all the excess shit that nobody wants. If you're running the heavy gear, if you go down in the thick of a fight, yeah, you can win but you have a lot more to lose. You're gonna have a lot more raids to make up the loss, you know, to like from just buying the armor. And the dude looks like he was going around in the stores. I'm assuming this is probably from either Kiba or underground. And then these are probably, I would assume this motor is either from the back of Goshen or from Ollie's store. So this might be the guy. So at the very first of the match, um, let's say that this here is like the supermarket, right? And this square here is going to be like Ollie's store. So I spawned, ran in, went into Ollie, went into the first desk area, the service desk place, and I was looking for flash drives, so I got all that, went through to the desk, went behind, and I was gonna go through those or shoot. I kind of messed up my own example here. I went through into the service desk area, got all these computers, came out, went to the little desk out here that has a computer, hugged this wall, which was very risky because people a lot of times, hug that wall and they pick up motors and shit. And then I cut across to get to the back doors where the escalator is, so I could go in that back computer area. And then I was kind of standing there looking around, and somebody shot and at me and like whiffed. And I kind of like, okay, so maybe I didn't have 15 rounds um when I fought that guy. Okay, yeah. So this right here is where I dumped the first magazine. So somebody shot at me in the store. I dumped my magazine in their general area just to try and suppress. And then when they stopped shooting, I ran off and just booked it through the back into Goshen, and then I went across Goshen into the back to those computers, and then I backtracked back into the back of Goshen, then went down the ramp to go to Power Station. So the dude here probably picked up this motor and stuff in Ollie, went out the back, and then started heading towards Power Station. So when I was looting the computers, he was probably in the back of Goshen. And then afterwards, I don't know if I turned the power on or not, or if it was already on. So he might have been going for power. But any case, he spent all the money in the world to protect himself, right? And to wear night vision goggles, and he died. Whereas I had literally a PACA, a skull mask, a vest, and 2 magazines for this pistol. That's, there's not a big difference in how fast you can kill somebody. Like I guess if I would have whiffed my shots and or not gotten a lucky headshot, I definitely would have died. But he had ample opportunity to kill me. The first time he shot me in the power station anyway, when he hit me, I literally was looting a jacket. Like he had all the time in the world to kill me, probably see what I was wearing, and I'm guessing he did a 3 round burst on me. I mean, but that's just it's craziness. I do kind of like the style that he was going for though. It's pretty cool. But this vest right here alone is going to weigh you down so much. Yeah, anyway. He's a level 41, had all the money in the world. That's fine.